This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for the midweek edition. Coming up tonight, we're going to go to the pitch for Westland Warriors coach Terry Calvert. Later on, it's all for baseball. And the McKendree head coach and Danny Jackson is, and as always on a Wednesday night, we have the Meadows Screen Printing and Signs Sports Flashback. The Meadows Screen Printing and Signs Sports Flashback. But first, it's Scores and Stuff, and that is brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. Off we go for the Tucker Electric guest line to Westland Junior High for Justin Dunning. Justin, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rip. I always have a great time.
Well, what's going on there? Some hoops?
Yeah, so I've been coaching some middle school basketball and baseball the last couple of years, and really enjoy it, kind of get back all my knowledge that I hope I learned throughout the years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, indeed. And how close are you to playing games, or have you?
No, we're actually just in the tryouts right now.
Okay.
We start about middle October. We go down to Marissa for a tournament.
So it is mid-October. I know it starts early in the grade schools and some of the junior highs around here. So are you going to have a good team? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got some the right size and the right guards this year. I think we could have a fun year. It's been a rough couple of years, but we've kind of aged into our group that we have now. So we should have a fun year.
Yeah, biding your time. This is the breakout season. And here come those season ticket sales. You just watch.
That's right. We'll pack that gym, right?
Why not? Well, let's go over to a little Major League Baseball, and I don't know how much. As much as I was interested in watching all of it, I nodded a couple of times, but I saw the meat and potatoes, and now I know who Tony Walters is from the Colorado Rockies. Wow, what a special moment.
It's unbelievable. He doesn't even make it into the game until the 13th inning, and he has, probably the biggest at bat of his career for sure.
He didn't have a hit since September 13th. He's their third string catcher basically, and he got the big one, and the Rockies nipped those Cubs 2-1 in 13 at Wrigley. I better be careful because you might be a Cubbies fan. I can't remember. I think you lean toward the Redbirds, though.
No, I definitely a Cardinal fan. I always joke and tell people I actually like baseball, so I root for the good team. But
how about that?
It hasn't been good for us the last couple of years.
Well, it was quite a game, and in the one and done wild card, it was something at Wrigley last night, and there are a whole bunch of downtrodden Cubbies fans today. I mean, they won 95 games during the regular season, and they lost 2 in a row in that tiebreaker game, and now this wild card game. So they go from the best record in the National League to goodbye, just in a flip, 2 days.
Isn't it crazy how that happens? You play 162, 163 games, and it all comes down to one game. And I know that's what the MLB was going for with that game to, sell some TV ratings and that kind of stuff. And it's hard for the Cubs going home with 95 wins, which is better than the Braves, Dodgers, and the Rockies. But like you said, all that matters is that one game.
And that is one thing, and I don't know how you tell me. I don't like. I want to see a best of 3 and not because the Cubs, obviously, just the whole situation. I think it should be decided in a best of 3, the first 2 wins. Not only that, it gives a bit of a break more to those who deserve it by winning the divisions and so forth. And I really think if those Yankees, who won 100 games this year, get knocked off by the A's tonight, the New York Yankees, the marquee team, everybody, there may be a change here in the next 2 or 3 years at the deepest length.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. I mean, I think ideally they need to move the season to a shorter season.
They could do that.
Maybe a longer playoff.
I'm full of tradition, but I am not against going to whatever makes sense, and it comes out right schedule-wise, not lopsided junk to 154, 156, 158, whatever it is. You'd make it up in the extra TV revenue. I would think some of these teams don't draw anything at the end of the year anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you hit the nail on the head right there. It all comes down to money, which is why it's probably a long shot for it to happen. But, I mean, there's so many injuries and stuff, and people are on pitch counts and those kind of things. I really think a longer playoffs would probably be more beneficial for everybody.
Well, that's one down, and now we've got the second flip of the coin game tonight. Another shootout, and this time it is at Yankee Stadium with the A's against the Yankees. I can hardly tell you who plays for the Oakland Athletics outside Piscotty. But I'm for them.
Yeah. I think they're going to bullpen it tonight. It sounds like they're going to try to throw a lot at the Yankees, and I think that makes it actually harder sometimes to hit when the pitcher's only going to see you one time, so you're going to get all his best stuff for all 9 innings.
Liam Hendricks gets the start, and that he may go an inning, he may go 2, he might go 2 bad. He has no wins on the regular season. He was cut from the 40-man roster in June. Now, I will say this, and that's another reason. How in the world did they even make it? Their pitching has been decimated by injuries, including that Sean Manaea, who threw a no-hitter earlier in the year. He's one of their very best. I don't know who they have.
I know, and I think that you got to give props to Bob Melvin. I mean, he's definitely in the running for AL Manager of the Year. When your team overachieves as much as they have, and you're going in a 1-game playoff with the Yankees who, have a legit shot to win the whole thing. And
they do.
And could be out after one night.
Luke Voigt, I'm really happy for Luke Voigt myself. I mean, how can you not like Luke Voigt? He's a St. Louis guy, and he.
That's right.
I see rumbling and grumbling on Twitter. Not that I don't ever do it, but I mean, why don't you like Luke? He's harmless.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people they just hate the Yankees. Anything about the Yankees, they just are the lovable haters, I guess.
Well, I'm all right with that, but I mean, I still like a few guys in there.
That's right.
Guys on their ball club, and then of course we traced back to those Monday division championship tiebreakers. My goodness, yes, the Cubs. Just think about that. How much that had to. If I were a player, that would. Oh, man, the Brewers celebrate on their field on Monday, and then the Rockies last night. I
know, 2 in a row. It's got to definitely burn. And I know people are calling for Madden's job already, and for me, it's such an over-exaggeration.
I don't get
that. You just won the World Series last year, and you finished with 95 wins, and you basically have one bad week.
I don't understand that at all. They've been, to the playoffs now 4 times in a row on top of that? Mm-hmm. And who else you got to?
Sure.
I mean, he is recognized. Everybody has their drawbacks. He's recognized as one of the best. So who are they going to get?
That's the question. I know a lot of Cardinals fans were complaining as well, but sometimes the grass is always greener until it comes to what's actually on your side and what hand you can be dealt. And in major leagues, honestly, it comes down to so much of the players playing. I mean, I know there's plays in every game where you're making subs and that kind of stuff. You're really looking for the players to carry you.
But I think he's going. I understand Theo and Joe Madden were to meet today or tonight or something like that. But I would be shocked if something changed there. And then those Dodgers, of course, the Rockies. You talk about a tough road. I'm not looking for anything easy, but I mean, let's be honest. 3 different cities and 3 different time zones in 3 different days. I really was. If I were a betting man last night, I would have went with the Cubs because of Lester. I know Freeland's had a remarkable season, but it was on 3 days rest. This isn't the 60s and 70s when I grew up. I mean that, but he did a great job, and of course the Rocks prevailed.
Yeah, I mean, Lester's performance was gutty last night.
Yeah, why'd they take him out?
What they, the broadcast was basically talking about how they weren't scoring any runs and looking to get some runs, but it's hard to go away from him when he just makes the biggest pitch of the night. But that's why they get paid the big bucks, and we kind of just get to question them.
I sometimes wonder, though. I mean, my goodness. Anyway, we've had some good games already, and we're just getting underway. But the Cardinals are not involved, and I was pretty. I'm not real happy right now, Justin. I don't like the way things. As far as I'm concerned, a 12-15 finish in September, when that's the month that separates the men from the boys, and they shot it. They collapsed.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was a lot of the young arms and young players and just kind of run out of gas at the end, because the major league season's different than any season that those guys are playing. I know they go and you're playing, in winter leagues and those kind of things, but putting the pressure on yourself every single day out there in the major leagues is much different. And really came down to those last, almost a week or 2 weeks. I mean, we were going into that Milwaukee season and talking about how they have it, or the Milwaukee series, about how it's all up to them. And they get swept.
Got swept.
All downhill from there.
Yeah, I got swept there. 1-5 the last week. 12-15 overall for September. They just won one against the. I was also I wasn't too fond of the way Schilt played it on Sunday against the Cubbies either. Molina didn't play. Ozuna didn't play. And after the game, he said, basically paraphrasing, they're a little banged up. It's the last game of the year. You got all year to rest. Play them. Don't you have pride in knocking off the Cubs? And you owe it to them for the other teams, too, contending.
I agree 100% with you. I really think, you play them the last game, and they have all off season to rest and get healthy.
Boy, now we'll see what kind of moves are made in the off season. It, as always, will be interesting. Your quick take on Wainwright? He'll return or won't return?
I'd love to see him back. I would have to imagine in some way, shape, or form he's going to come back. It'll all just depend on contract and that kind of stuff. I'd hate to see him go out. I know, when Holiday left and it's so emotional and those kind of things, and it means so much to the city, but at the end of the day, it is, a business, and the game will go on without you. One way or another, they're going to field the team the next year. Got to
tell you, there's no time for nostalgia. You got to play. They make hey, we'll see if they're as happy as they say they are, which I know they do with all the young talent. I mean, I'm for some veterans in there too, but he won't be back. No, and actually, I really think they want to get rid of Clown Carlos Martinez. I think they're fed up with him.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Boy, it will be fun. And the managers, incidentally, probably not Joe Madden, but they're Socha stepped down. Basically got the axe. Their Buck Showalter did today for the Orioles. Boy, what a miserable year! 115 losses. I mean, he had nobody there.
That would make for such a long year to come to the park and know you're playing for nothing. And that was basically the middle of the year they were playing for nothing.
Yeah, so he's gone. Actually, he did all right there he wasn't blessed with the most talent there. Paul Malter got fired by the Twins, and the Reds' place is up for grabs. Yost will return with KC, and they just, rid of that club of everybody too. But he's had a really good stretch over there, actually.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I mean, they've always, seem to always contend every couple of years, and hopefully they'll be back soon.
Yeah, I like to see KC win, actually. Have you ever been over there? That's a great ballpark.
I've only been outside of it. I got my college roommate and best man at my wedding was from Kansas City, and so I've been there a couple times. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's quite something, the way I have that in the football stadium all banded together and stuff. Trevor Richards, not too shabby, huh? He just turned 25, 4.9, 4.42. A lot of no decisions. I realize you could get some losses in there too, but he really closed in extremely good fashion against the Reds and the Mets there. So good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head there. His ending was perfect almost. That's the way you want to end your first major league career or season. Head into this off season, and he's kind of got his feet wet, and I expect him to have a nice long career with the stuff he has working. He's not just a power pitcher. He's mixing it up, and he's got that filthy changeup, and really, really happy for him.
when that changeup, and I saw a note, I don't remember, but anyway, he was third on this list of striking out hitters on changeups in Major League Baseball this year. They keep track, of course, of everything. And did you happen to see that?
Yeah, I saw the same thing. Yeah, I just don't understand how he gets it to move like it.
No, apparently when that's on, and the only time I've seen a pitch as a pro was an indie ball over at Gateway, and I had a couple of, well, everybody's got great seats there, but you could really see it. But, wow, I mean, with 130 strikeouts and 126 in the third inning, he's been a strikeout pitcher throughout college and through the early minor leagues and now in the major leagues. Pretty exceptional at that angle.
Yeah, and that's the thing with that changeup. You're going to get a lot of ground balls too. You get, some guys out front reaching a little bit, and so when you're not striking guys out, the next best thing is that automatic ground ball, double play.
You got it. And to think, of course, he played for an absolutely dreadful team too. So, hey, that doesn't help. I mean, there's no escaping that. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to come back. That's Derek Jeter's problem.
That's right.
And he's paying himself. What's he making, like $5 million a year? That's unbelievable.
I know. That's definitely the job to have. You just push a couple buttons and move some people around and get paid.
He saw this. He saw these guys coming for sure. So, are you into hockey at all, Justin?
A little bit. A lot of my buddies are. The guy I work with and one of our best buddies. They're always into hockey, and I hear it's Blues year. But I know
it always is.
Kind of every year. That's right. Always.
I'm old enough to have watched them since their expansion year, 1967-68, Justin. So, but yeah, this is their year. I really hope it is. Yeah. And they've had some fantastic years, but they've never busted through. And they won this summer. They won the exhibition season, so there's only one thing left. But anyway, they start tomorrow night. They'll face off against the Winnipeg Jets, and love watching some hockey. I won't for a little while. I'll sneak a peek here and there, but I'll be on baseball through October.
Yeah, it's already turned away from baseball, but there's nothing better really than a hockey in person. Go to a couple games every year, and it's just such a fast-paced, moving game, and it's definitely fun to watch.
You are exactly right. And college football, the Illini, sad case, huh?
Yeah. I mean, every year you just kind of read articles about how they're turning the corner.
Yes.
And every year it doesn't happen. I know the Big Ten is it's unbelievable. There's just a lot of good teams there. I know the SEC is loaded, but I think the best coaches in college football are in the Big Ten. It's kind of hard to argue with that. I know the best athletes might be coming out of the SEC, but going against that Big Ten is always tough.
But that's one of the deals with Illinois, man. I want him to win. Lovey, I don't know, man. You think if he can't recruit, he should be able to recruit out of Chicago. Maybe it happened. This is year 3, whatever. But the last 2 years now, I hear, well, hey, this is a good recruiting. I said, well, that's fine. But do you think Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn, are they quitting? Are they not going to recruit anymore?
No.
Wisconsin,
exactly.
Northwestern.
I know they keep getting players better and better, and I would agree with you. I think Lovey is kind of on the hot seat here. I really had high hopes for him once they, got him in. Who wouldn't want to go play for Lovey Smith, and it just hasn't really lived up to the hype.
But my theory was that Lovey was only coming there because to get his feet set and back is, doing well, and then offer another NFL job.
Sure. And I could still see that as a possibility, but hopefully he's not hurting himself by
exactly.
having all these bad years.
Exactly. Hey, Justin, I know you're deeply involved, which is great, in the Special Olympics. And how are things going along those lines?
It's going great. We're picking up. We do a lot of fall events. So we got a bocce ball tournament coming up, bowling tournament. Yeah, bowling, basketball, flag football. So busy winter coming up. As always, we have great connections in the area, and just it's really opened my eyes to our community. Carlisle, Clinton County, we ask for things, and people generally deliver for us. So it makes it pretty easy and a great place to live.
What's your website where people can really get some info?
Sure. We our Facebook page is our best way to stay up, and it's SOILL, and then we're in Region J, so you can follow us there. Otherwise, our website is soill.org.
And I admittedly haven't in a while. I used to go to the Special Olympics all the time at Eversfield in Centralia years ago, and whatever, slipped away from it. Bocce ball.
Bocce ball.
It's been a long time since I played bocce ball, but I know one thing. It took we played. And Hoffman's not that big, Justin, but we covered about half of the town, and it took a while to find our way back to the center. That's fun, though. I mean, we took it a little larger degree.
Great game, and part of it, I've never heard of bocce until I started working here, and so we work with the Highland Moose Club.
Oh, okay.
They do a lot of the volunteering for it, and they call it bocce. So you gotta watch how you call it.
I know.
The serious players, they know how to call the game. So.
That's true. Yeah, you gotta. I would have to be. Yeah, bocce, I guess, is the over. Hey, I'm not going to argue with a big Italian guy.
That's me too. Me too.
All right, Justin, appreciate you coming on. Good luck with the Special Olympics and that junior high basketball team.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Rip. Anytime.
All right, later.
All right,
Justin Dunning from Westland. And what a baseball player. He was a pro, of course, and saw him play over at well, let's see. He was with the Grizzlies for a little while. That's true. I was trying to think. His brother also played, on and on and on. So thanks to Justin for coming on. That Scores and Stuff segment brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. We're going to refuel and come back with Terry Calvert and Danny Jackson.
You probably have heard by now that Pandora Mania is running wild at Becker Jewelers. And I'm here to tell you that there isn't a better time than now to add to your Pandora bracelet. Hi, this is A.G. Becker, and we are liquidating all our Pandora charm and bracelet inventory at Becker's, and you do not want to miss out. We are selling it all at half price while supplies last. Get here soon, because I can't stress enough, when they're gone, they're gone. And with a deal like this, all of our remaining Pandora will go fast. So don't wait. Right now is the perfect time to fill in your present bracelet or create a new one. Make sure you shop both of our stores in Breeze and Highland, but you better hurry because Pandora Mania definitely won't last forever. Get Pandora half price while supplies last during this huge inventory liquidation sale.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis-style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. Off we go for the Tucker Electric Guest Line and Westland Warriors soccer coach Terry Calvert. Terry, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Rip. Good to be back.
Hey, I know you had one you'd probably like to erase last night, but overall, you've been playing some pretty good soccer, especially as of late. Freeburg just, they got in your kitchen last evening.
Yeah, they did. We held them close the first half. It was only 1-0, and missed a couple good opportunities. And the second half, it just went downhill.
So you had some chances, quality chances early, but not so much late, and then they, I guess, took advantage and ended up wrapping it up with 6 goals. But that I don't believe they're undefeated in the Cahokia for sure, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they've played Columbia yet. Columbia is probably a little tougher than them, and I haven't seen a score from them. But, yeah, they're a tough team. They start 8 seniors, and we start 8 freshmen, and that just didn't bode well for us. Momentum really hurt us. We were sticking with them, and our guys didn't react well to the adversity, but they're still young, and that's one thing they have to learn.
Yeah. But, yeah, so Columbia, Freeburg, they're each 5-0, 6-0, or both 6-0, something like that at the top of the heap, though. But they're tough, and, yeah, with all those freshmen. But the conference itself, I don't know. Carlisle is, I know you played them the other day, but they're definitely much better than in the past. Now you have Salem, and they're possibly a little down year, but it looks pretty salty, really.
Yeah, it's a good year for us compared to last year. We had 9 seniors last year, and it was a tougher run. But, yeah, the conference in general is a little down, and that fits right in perfectly for us with our rebuilding. And our guys have really done well against some of these conference teams. Lebanon and Salem, Carlisle, we gave them everything we had, and we came out victorious. And then now we got Central tomorrow. We're going to try to do the same thing, but they always give us a good battle.
You beat Christ Rock, Lebanon, and Carlisle in a row, so 3 in a row. There was a loss before, a tie, and a win, so you've been wrapping it up pretty good. 3-2 in the Cahokia for you, Terry?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, and then Central, what about the Cougars team for this season? Right around that 500, just above, I believe, in conference play.
Yeah, it'll be a battle. We'll probably be playing for third place, it looks like, and they give us a good run every year. It's just one of those cross-county rivals that their coach always gets them prepared, and I try to do the best for my guys. And we go toe-to-toe. We're going to be at third place, and we'll give them everything we got. I know that.
And that is it, huh? Is that the closeout for the season, the regular season?
Yeah, that'll be the last game, and then we have Valmeyer in a play-in game for the regionals that we'll play on Saturday. And, we haven't played them yet. Our game in the conference got canceled and due to weather, and then that's going to be our conference and regional game all in one. So it's pretty important, of course, and the winner gets to play Murfreesboro. All
right, so it's a package deal. So 2-for-1 comes Saturday, and yeah, you want it for the league, but especially for that postseason. So you move on. And Valmeyer struggled on the season with a 1-5 league record. It appears. What's your overall mark, Terry, on the season?
We're 5-7-1 right now. So a lot of our victories have come here recently. We started off kind of rough. And, we're definitely on the upswing, and we're peaking at the right time if we can keep this going. We had a little hiccup there with Freeburg. But, if we can keep this going, we're looking to make a run in the postseason if we can. I mean, these guys are ready, and they're ready to work. And that's been our motto all season long is work hard, and we're not going to have a goal of winning. We're going to have a goal of working hard, and then the win will be the result if we do it.
That's
right. And they've bought into that, and we've got it.
And those 2 matches before Freeburg, you scored 11 goals, 9 goals in the 3 games before altogether, and the defense was very, very good. I mean, in the 4 previous games, 5 actually, I guess, allowed just 3 goals.
Yeah, we have Brady Cool, who's a freshman in goal, and I've coached his older brother for 4 years, and then I know younger brother's been chomping at the bit to get in there in a varsity game, and boy, he's really responding well. He's doing a really good job as a freshman in goal. That's not an easy task, and he's up to the challenge. That's for sure.
Who else do you have there? He's your ace, right? You have 1 or 2 others that can play that position.
Yeah, that's right. We've put Garrett Wesselman in, and we put Cameron Hill in for a little bit of time. If we get a lead, we put them in and let them try. But he's our main go-to guy, Brady Cool, and then we've got a good defense built around him that's helping him with Justin Y and Gavin Hill. And we had an injury. We only had 4 seniors, and one of them got injured for the season halfway through, and he was our center defender. And so we've had some guys filling in for him with my son Troy Calvert and Logan Middleton. So our defense, we've kind of worked around a little bit. We have a lot of guys stepping in and holding up. We're putting up a wall back there and trying to keep that ball out of the goal.
4 seniors after that big crop last. And what was your overall record last season, Terry? How did you wind up?
Last year we were just over 500, 11-10, and this year we're fighting for that 500 mark again. We're really close.
And it's been a challenging schedule in and out of league play. Any tournaments for your Warriors this season?
No, we weren't in any tournaments this year. Early in the season, we actually were questionable whether we'd have enough to roster a team. That's how close it was that we couldn't enter the Metro Cup. Yeah, we only had 10 for sures. And then we had 2 brothers move in right before school started that really put us over the edge, and they've helped out the team a ton.
Gonzalez?
With Bryce and Andrew Linsford. Yeah. So that put us over the edge and gave us 15 total, that we ended up with. We talked a couple guys into playing, and we got ourselves a team.
Who are the leading goal scorers for 2018?
We have Christian Gonzalez, who's a freshman up top. Gavin Hill has scored some goals, who's a freshman. Logan Middleton is a senior who plays midfield. He has to work and get up and get back, so he's played some defense, but he has a goal. My son Troy Calvert has scored some goals, and we've really spread it out. To be honest, we have 3 or 4 other goal scorers as well, so we spread it out.
And now as I glance at the stat sheet I have anyway, Christian Gonzalez with 6 markers on the year, and your son Troy with 4, and Gavin with 4. So yeah, and the assist as well. So that's always, it's always nice to have that big bomber, but it's if you don't have him, it's sometimes even better to have some variety, some others who can pick up that slack. Everybody chip in.
Absolutely, we can strike from a bunch of different areas, and that's what we've been doing. When guys get their chances, they're putting their shots on goal, and every once in a while they find their way in.
So, Terry, you talk about 8 freshmen, and that constitutes a lot of your squad there. So, from the beginning till now, the lineup, has it been fairly steady, or have you some moving pieces in there to try and get the right combination?
Well, we definitely have some moving pieces. Like we said last year, we had 9 freshmen that I've coached most of them since 7th and 8th grade and knew them well. This year coming in, the freshmen, I had to learn their names, much less how they played and what they did. Right. So it was a much different year than last year. So, it's been a little bit of a learning curve for us as coaches as well, and getting them in the right spot where they're comfortable and where their strong assets are, and, making it work. But I think we've got it figured out here, what gives us the best chance to win on any given day. And we can move them around and get some things done on offense and defense. The
match is a big one for you tomorrow night against BC, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we always look forward to that one. And, the coach and I get along really well over there, and we know that it's always going to be a barn burner. We come out, we give it everything we got.
But like you say, you could be tossing it up for 3rd place in the Cahokia, and then you have another match Saturday for in league play and out in the postseason. This is all in 1A playoff action. And Valmeyer again, where are you playing that one at again, Terry?
Yeah, we play on Saturday against Valmeyer. And it's if you don't win, you're done. The season's over, and the guys know that. And that's they asked me today. Are we going to be able to play next week? And I said, hey, that's not up to me. That's up to you. These guys are freshmen. They don't know how this works. And I said, this could be the last week, fellas. And it really kind of stunned a few of them. I think they're like, whoa. I said, it's up to you guys at this point. It's not up to me. It's Saturday. And so that it was kind of neat to see the freshmen seeing for the first time what postseason really is. I don't think they've been through this before, to where they enter an end of the season tournament to where if they lose, they're done. So it was good to see their intensity today and the way they reacted.
And where will that be contested? Where is it going to be played at?
We got a home game.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Seating, we got a home game, so we'll play them at Westland.
That's great. That's great. Hey, how many former Warriors are playing college soccer? You probably have a son somewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm actually on the way back from his game right now. He was over at Wcxo, and they got a win 6-0, and he had a couple assists. So as a proud dad over there watching, sometimes it's a lot more exciting to just sit on the bleachers and watch rather than have to worry about the strategy of winning the game. So it's nice sometimes to sit back and watch.
But now you have one on this squad yet here. Troy, did you have another, or you have a daughter, right? Or 2?
Well, I have a daughter, yeah.
Okay.
Plays on the girls' side. She was a freshman, so we're looking forward to her coming around. And we've got a lot of returning players on that team. Those girls are going to give it everything they got as well. They play in the off season. I get to watch them play a little bit. Some of the girls, I watch them play on their club teams, and they're coming along nicely. We should have a really good season next year.
Very good. Well, good luck as you head for crunch time, and actually it begins tomorrow night. But then it's that second season. So thanks for coming on tonight, Terry, and we'll see how things shake out here in the post.
Thank you, Rip. It's always a pleasure.
All right, we'll see you. Terry Calvert from the Westland Soccer Warriors on Talkin Sports. We need to skedaddle just for a bit, and then we're coming back with the flashback. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkins because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
Insuring your home and auto with Pekin Insurance equals a sizable discount. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department may save you as much as 30% on homeowners premiums and up to 15% on auto premiums if you insure both with Pekin Insurance. Call Farmers State Bank Insurance Department at 495-2965 for details about multi-policy discounts and learn what beyond the expected coverage and savings are all about.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
If you love quality handcrafted wines, visit 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. You'll enjoy the fruit flavors of their wines while relaxing in a beautiful country setting with family and friends. The Reserve Wine List humbly wears the label of the grapes grown in the family-owned vineyard. 12 Oaks Vineyard is open for tastings from 1 until 6 every Saturday and Sunday or by appointment at 594-7459. 12 Oaks Vineyard at 18975 Vogel Road, just 3 miles south of Carlisle, and at 12oaksvineyard.com.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great, and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Hello again, sports fans. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio on this Wednesday night. Every Monday and Wednesday, 6 till 7 in the evening, and Saturday mornings, 9 to 10 o'clock. Your time check right now is 6:37. That time drop is brought to you by Zarin Funeral Home in Carlisle. Let's cue up the flashback.
It's Flashback.
Get ready to flash back with the Meadow Screen Printing and Signs Sports Flashback. Meadow Screen Printing and Signs on Broadway in Trenton. Call 224-7374.
Boing. This is from May 26th of this year. It's prep football coach Rick Johns on his move from Westland to Jerseyville. I know this had to be a tough decision for you, especially after rebuilding that Westland program, and it all culminated, of course, in a tremendous 2017.
Yeah, it did. And to say that it was, a tough decision, I mean, it was really, that's understated. It was more than anything else. And I've said it, people are tired of hearing it, but I had a group of seniors this year that probably one of my favorite groups of players I've ever coached in my 36-year career. So it was very difficult to walk away from them. I think both sides, have broken hearts when it comes to that. But the Jersey situation, it was just a better chance for me to basically build another program and ultimately retire on my terms, which going back to this, the Belleville West situation, that's been my focus is to be able to retire on my terms and to achieve some personal goals I set for myself. And the Jerseyville situation just gave me just a much better chance of doing that.
Get mouth-watering flavor at a jaw-dropping price at Your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's. Charbroiled sliders are starting at just $1.25. Get them as a single or get them as a double. And get as many as you want. Plus, enjoy the entire Red Burrito menu. And tomorrow morning, try the new made-from-scratch honey butter biscuits. Get unhungry now at Your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's.
Reverman Chiropractic in Breeze would like to say thank you to our patients, staff, and local healthcare professionals for their continued support and cooperation as we celebrate 10 years in business. At Reverman Chiropractic, our focus is to work with you, the patient, and your other healthcare providers to deliver the best and most effective care possible. Please take advantage of our evening and weekend hours and call 526-4700 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Craig Reverman or Dr. Travis Isaac.
Planning a remodel or building a new home? Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton can get you started. Ideal Home Solutions has quartz, granite, solid surface, and laminate, with granite starting at just $49 per square foot. Ideal Home Solutions proudly sells Haas cabinets and specializes in custom showers, any size to fit your space. From tubs, whirlpools, vanity tops, windowsills, you're covered. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, 224-2500, or see their showroom at 102 West Broadway in Trenton. Find the perfect car, truck, SUV, or crossover that fits your budget at Breeze Motor Sales on Old Route 50 in Breeze. Breeze Motor Sales offering new 2018 Ford vehicles and a wide pre-owned selection too. Breeze Motor Sales has kept your vehicles in tip-top shape with genuine Ford parts for over 100 years. On Old Route 50 in Breeze and online at breezemotorsales.com. Breeze Motor Sales, your family dealer since 1913.
Welcome to our music warehouse.
Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs.
Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for this Wednesday. Thanks for listening. Saturday morning. No, it's up in the air for now, but we'll load it up in the next day or two. Congratulations to the Mater Dei Knights golf team. They won the Waterloo Regional. They edged the Dogs 323 to 325. Yeah, that was close. So that was a 2A crown in their back pocket, and postseason rolls on in golf. Sectional, I do believe, will be Monday. Don't take that exact. I'm quite positive it is, though, and all that. Just over this little bend, it's McHenry baseball coach Danny Jackson. Stay tuned.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
McHenry University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McHenry offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McHenry's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McHenry, log on to McHenryOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McHenry University is ready when you are.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Bronability dealer in Breeze. Southern Bus and Mobility stocks the most popular wheelchair-accessible vans from Bronability, including lowered floor minivans with side or rear entry ramps. In addition to personal wheelchair vans, Southern Bus and Mobility has a huge line of commercial buses, school buses, and mobility products to buy or rent. They also sell and can install wheelchair scooter lifts, hand controls, and special turning seats. Call 526-4131. Stop by east of Breeze on Old Route 50 or southernbusandmobility.com.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches.
Except nothing embarrasses us.
Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Hey, Rip still here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio for another good segment. And for that, we hook up on the Tucker Electric guest line from McHenry Bearcats baseball coach, Danny Jackson. Danny, welcome back.
Rip, thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
How's the diamond action doing over at MacU? It's the fall session, and actually we just spoke briefly there. It sounds like you just got through another practice, another workout.
Yeah, we kicked things off in September where we just kind of did individual work with the guys and kind of got to know their strengths and really just, kind of a time where we're building their base for what we're trying to do. And we just started inter squatting on Monday, so finally getting some guys in some game action. So it was a lot of fun to watch the last couple of days.
Good. Yeah, I was trying to remember from last fall when we had you on if it was only workouts and scrimmages and so forth. Are you playing any games, or have you played any games? I don't suppose so. Then, if you're just starting a little inter squad.
Yeah, we're going to play Lindenwood University.
You will, okay.
Next Friday night at Lindenwood. So that will be our first outside game, and then we're going to play Harris Stowe a little later in the fall at either Longacre Park in Fairview Heights or Whitey Herzog in Belleville.
Oh,
so,
great!
We're going to do a little Friday night game under the lights, and hopefully we'll have a location here soon for that one.
That's great. And you mentioned Lindenwood, and I don't know if this is true. I just saw it on Twitter. So if you want to respond, or if you know the whole, I saw on there where someone said, and I believe he was a writer, that Lindenwood was going to switch to the Great Lakes Valley Conference next season.
I heard the same thing.
Okay.
So, it looks that way. We're at Southwest Baptist University. So I think they needed another team to make the league even. So it would make sense if they're joining us. It does make things interesting with the St. Louis area having that many teams in the same conference. But it'll be fun. They're a good ball club, and they're a great university too.
So while we're on the league, I know it's fluctuated a little bit lately with a school going to another college and so forth. So for this coming spring, anyway. How many teams will you have on board? 15, 16?
We've got 16, I believe.
Okay.
So we'll play, a 33-game conference schedule this spring, which will be different, where we'll play 3 on the weekend and then a 3-game series on a Tuesday and then the next Wednesday, and all those will be conference games that count. So a lot of important baseball, even in the midweeks next spring.
Yeah. And, of course, this fall slate, the entire thing is, of course, to get everybody ready, prepped for the spring. And most of these, probably all of them really, played a lot of ball during the summer, right, Danny? Somewhere.
Yeah, most of our guys play summer ball in one of the, I think there's hundreds of Woodback collegiate leagues. We got guys that are local. And then we've got guys that go as far away as, California or Minnesota or wherever. So a lot of guys had reps, and, they're excited and ready to go.
And it's the goal of every coach and every player. You want to, for those who are coming back, and you got to scramble for you. You want to up your game from the previous year, from the 2018 spring season in this case.
Yeah, well, we return a lot.
You do.
So I'm really excited about the group. We've got, pretty much our entire offense, except for Grant Anderson. Jeff Wessler coming back this spring. Have a healthy Levi Brennick. So I think we're going to do some really good things offensively. But the thing that I think we're going to be a little bit better at than people might give us credit for is our pitching. We pitched anywhere from 10 to 12 freshmen a week every weekend last year.
Goodness.
And we lost 15 games by 2 or less runs. So I think those guys figure out how to win some of those games this year.
But that would be the area, at least, that I would point at where you really I know I'm just mainly going from the earned run average, and you're far deeper into it than I am as a coach and more. But the ERAs were pretty sky high, and you got to trim that down some to give that offense a chance too.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to be better in the bullpen, and we need to be better. We need to have more quality starts from our starters, but I really like the personnel we got back on the mound. Andrew Jancic turned in a really nice freshman year after starting off slow.
He did,
and he was one of the better pitchers of the conference. I think he's going to have a really, really good year.
Levi Brenning's back and healthy on the mound. He only had 3 outings last year. He beat Quincy and he beat Bellerman. So it hurt not having him. And we got a couple transfers and a couple young freshmen that can really, really pitch it. So I'm excited.
And Andrew, they only hit 237 against him. I always like to look at that as one of the bellwethers to go by. But I hope it all starts there with pitching, of course. But you do have, I quickly counted maybe 6 seniors have left. Does that sound about right?
Yeah,
graduation
Jeff
and such?
Lessler, yeah, 6 guys graduated. So we returned everybody but those 6 or 7 guys.
You talked about Grant Anderson. He's a pretty good ball player, wasn't he? He could hit for sure.
He was. Yes, he was. Great kid too.
No, this is going to be good. And how many will you end up with? You also have a JV schedule, correct?
Yeah, we'll play 50-game varsity schedule, and we're going to try to play 20 to 25 JV games as well this spring. So, we've got a lot of guys that want to get some work in and get some playing time. So, plenty of games.
So how many will you load up for the varsity, and are there limits imposed by the GLVC?
Yeah, conference tournament-wise there are, but, we usually keep in rotation around 30, 32 guys, most likely. So depends on the weekend if we need more pitching or more hitting.
Yeah, so you can change on the fly and all that, but once it comes down to the league tournament, then you have to have things settled more.
Yeah, the league tournament, I think they allow you 27 or 28, and then get to roll with guys.
What about 2 or 3 that just come to mind as far as hitters hitters / position players who you're really looking forward to seeing again in the spring when it really comes to crunch time there and you're playing for keeps?
Well, Drew Rich came out of nowhere to lead our team in hitting last year. He's an incredibly hard worker. I think he's got a chance to have a really big season. And then we got Matt Della Vega returning this year. He was out with an injury all of last year, and he was one of our better hitters 2 years ago. So I'm excited to get him back. And Corey Chambliss looks really good. He hit towards the top of our order for us for most of the year last year. So those older guys, and Matt Klosterman, I think, is a guy that is going to have a really big year too.
Matt Della Vega, yeah, I remember his name. So he didn't play at all then last season. No wonder I can't find him on that stat sheet from a year ago. Well, from this past spring. Yeah,
he broke his hamate on his hand 2 weeks before the season started, so we lost him all year.
Drew Rich, 336. So he turned out to be maybe even more than expected.
Yeah, he gave us a lot. I mean, you just can't say enough about the hard work that kid puts in. I mean, he was a pitcher in high school. He's turned himself into a really good position player. So I'm happy for him. I think he's going to do really well again.
Do you still play, I believe you called it, your World Series?
Yeah. We're drafting the Fall World Series teams tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Coach Stepp, who is our new hitting coach, came over from Murray State. He is coaching one, and then Marshall Lanningham will be coaching the other. So it'll be a fun series, I think.
I saw where you hired a couple of assistants. Tell us a bit more about them, and why don't you begin with Coach Stepp, right?
Yeah, Andrew Stepp played at Western Kentucky, got to be a student assistant there, and coached at Ohio for a little bit before going to Murray State. So he's had 6 or 7 years of Division I experience, and brought him over to help with recruiting, lead up recruiting, and really just run our offense. And the pitch recognition program that he's bringing to the table is huge for our guys. So he's doing a phenomenal job already. He's hit the ground running. So really excited to have him on. And then Clint Stroud, we hired as our pitching coach, played at Illinois State, played for the now head coach of South Carolina and the head coach at South Florida. So he's got, he's got a great pitching pedigree. He loves the game. He wants to be around it. He's just a great guy. So we really lucked out with getting those 2 guys.
Well, speaking of pedigree, we went through this before, but you played over at Wichita State and for an incredible coach, didn't you?
Yeah, I was pretty fortunate. I got to play for Gene Stevens, who's an absolute legend. So I was really, really lucky.
And when you say Coach Stepp will be running the offense, I mean, what's that all include? You're basically turning it over to him in total, or how do you divvy things up?
Yeah, he is taking over the day-to-day operations of the hitters, so I can help Clint with the pitchers and pitch development, but I can float around and help out wherever I'm needed. So Coach Stepp and Mark have been doing all the hitting and defense, and Coach Stroud and I have been working with the pitchers. He's doing a really good job, and when we get to the spring, he'll coach third, and there'll be times where I relay signs in, but for the majority, he's going to run the offense.
And when the Great Lakes Valley Conference season opens up again, it will, no matter it's going to be real strong. It's going to be very strong. And I don't remember who won the championship last season. Beller?
I think Southern Indies.
Maybe? Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah. Well, we are in another year where the GWC sent 4 teams to a regional. So, it was another strong year, and it's going to be another really good year because Springfield's returned their whole pitching staff, and there's some good teams. So I'm excited to get started. I know that.
4 teams moved on to the real postseason, huh? Wow.
Yep. Yeah. That's the second or third year in a row, too.
And let's see, how will the conference playoff structure itself be? Not everybody makes it, do they?
Yeah, top 8 teams will make it. So
okay.
So every game matters, even the midweek one.
Right. And, I believe you'll be coming up, or now actually, is this your 4th year as the head coach at McHenry?
Third. This is my
third. Boy, my arithmetic's bad. No shocker there, huh?
Hey, I didn't get a degree in math, so I'm not that.
I got to start carrying the 2 and all that stuff. But it's been, and finally you're starting to get some of your guys in too. And boy, you had a busy recruiting time, and that's always the case. But that's the number one. That is the number one priority gift, isn't it? To bring in some talent.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love all the guys that have played for us. They've all been great kids, but we're excited. We got some guys on campus that we're all shared in the vision that we talked about in their recruiting meeting. So they're all here for the same reason, and that's really, really awesome.
As we get set to leave here, Danny, I know you can shadow these a little bit. A golf tournament coming up, and also a prospects camp, and that's for the little guys, isn't it?
Well, the prospect camp is for high school age players.
High school.
Yeah, high school.
Okay.
And then we have a winter hitting academy as well that will run a 6-week academy where the guys come in and learn the drills we do and get to work with our players and our coaching staff. And then our golf scramble, we've got a whole weekend planned. We've got an alumni tailgate before the homecoming football game. And then that Sunday, we are going to have a golf scramble out at Timber Lakes in Staunton.
And is there still an alumni game? Is that part of the – or not?
No, we're not able to do that this year just because of all the activities on homecoming.
Yeah.
So we're gonna grill out and play some bags and just have a good day there and then go out and play some golf on Sunday.
Oh, grilling sounds especially good to me, Danny. That's really good.
We'd love to have you out.
Hey,
come on out. We'd love to have you.
You might have to add another chef, but that and that prospects camp, that makes sense. I quickly saw a note on that the other day, but how can anybody come sign up and be involved in that then, high school age or what? How do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Our registration's online.
Okay.
You can find it on our baseball website, mckbearcats.com. But anybody can sign up through our online website and come show their skills, and for the hitting camps as well. So there's still opportunities out there. We also have information on our Twitter page.
I believe you will have an exciting young team come the turn of the year in 2019. So,
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, Danny, thanks for coming on. Good luck, and we'll talk to you in the spring, I suppose even late winter, whatever. So, all right?
Sounds great.
Thanks,
you. Man. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
That's Danny Jackson of the McHenry Baseball Bearcats. Our thanks to him, and also to Terry Calvert on soccer, and to Justin Dunning. It's kind of that Trenton Westland theme tonight. 2 out of 3, mostly, and all that. Saturday we'll return. We've got trivia. We will have a guest list, no doubt. So we'll see you then Saturday morning between 9 and 10 on Talkin' Sports. Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College, the future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City and Hoyleton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.